Hi everyone, I'm Ange and welcome to your beginner Vinyasa class. Please come to your mat. Take your knees as wide as the mat, bring your toes to touch, sit the hips down on your heels and reach your hands all the way to the front of your mat, releasing the forehead down. So allowing the body to become completely heavy. Really feeling the contact between your forearms and your shins and tops of your feet against the mat. Maybe close your eyes. And turn your awareness to your breath. Breathe in and out through your nose. Allow the belly to expand between your thighs with every inhale. And gently draw navel to spine with every exhale. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. 2 more breath cycles. Last breath. Actively push down into the hands, lifting the forearms and elbows off the mat. Pushing into the hands to see if you can get the hips a little closer to your heels. Turning the arms on. Take 1 more breath here. And then gently walk the hands towards your knees, sitting upright. Make your way into a tabletop position. So wrists stuck underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Push down firmly into the hands so the arms are strong. And then inhale, release the belly, gaze forward for cow. Exhale, round, tuck the chin to your chest, round the spine. Inhale, release the belly for cow, gaze forward. Exhale, round for cat, push the mat away from you. Inhale, release the belly, gaze forward, cow. Exhale, cat, push the mat away, draw the belly in. Inhale, release the belly, gaze forward. Exhale, round. Really feeling the stretch in the back line of the body. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale, round. Keep the cat-like action in your spine. Tuck the toes under and lift the knees to hover off the mat. Keep pushing firmly into your hands, down into your toes as well. And with every exhale, draw that lower belly in a little more. And waking up our core. And building some heat. Stay here for 1 more inhale. Exhale, lift the hips up, finding downward facing dog. So gaze towards your hands, keep them shoulder width apart, spread the fingers nice and wide, and really push down into the hands. Lift the hips up to the sky, maybe you invite a gentle bend into the knees. And come back to that deep belly breathing. Allowing your head to relax. If it feels good, you can invite some movement into the body. Maybe you bend one knee and straighten the other, and switch sides. Maybe you wiggle your hips a little bit. And then come back to stillness. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Gaze towards your hands and slowly start to walk your feet towards the top of the mat. You can lift your hands as you go. Keep the feet hip-width distance apart. And a good way to tell that is to place 2 fists between your big toes. Find a bend in the knee, grab opposite elbows, and hang heavy in your ragdoll. Again, if you want to bring some movement in, only moving the upper body, do so if it feels good. And for the last few moments, just hang in stillness, feeling a nice release in the lower back, all the way down to the base of your skull, and maybe in the backs of the legs as well. One more breath here. Exhale, release. Let the hands fall to the mat. Keep the bend in the knees. Keep the torso heavy, and with control start to roll up really slowly, drawing the belly in as you go. Stacking each vertebra on top of the one before it. And when you get to the top, doing a nice juicy shoulder loop to broaden the chest. Finding a nice solid mountain pose. Keep the feet hip-width distance apart. Engage the fronts of your legs. Slight tuck of the tailbone and draw the lower belly in. Hands at your sides, palms face forwards so that the shoulders are nice and open. And bring your eyes to close. Really rooting down through your feet as you reach up through the crown of your head. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky-high mountain. Maybe you look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forwards. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms and step your feet back, finding plank pose. If this is too much for you to hold, you can always bring the knees down. So just do what works for you today. Otherwise, wherever you are, push down into your hands, a nice rounding in the upper back. Legs are active. Draw the lower belly in as you tuck the tailbone slightly. And again, with every exhale, draw that lower belly in a little more. Gaze down at your mat. One more breath cycle. Release the knees down. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, slowly lower onto your belly. Untuck the toes and push into the tops of the feet so the knees lift off. Hug the elbows in at your side. And as you inhale, peel the chest away from the mat for cobra pose. No weight in the hands. Exhale, release. We do that twice more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. One more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. So find your alignment. Hands are shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide. Feet are hip width distance apart. Nice bend in the knees as you lift the hips up to the sky. Take a breath cycle here. Gaze towards the front of the mat and again walk the feet forwards, Lifting the hands if you need to. Keep the feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift hands to shins. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, rolling up a little more rapidly. Exhale, shoulder loop, broaden the chest. Inhale, high mountain, reach the hands up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your palms flat. This time, step your left foot back, low lunge. So in your low lunge, you want to have your right ankle and knee in line. Your feet on opposite train tracks for more stability. A nice wide stance here. Maybe rock forwards and back a few times. And then release the back knee down and tuck your toes. Inhale, reach your hands up, crescent moon. Stay for the exhale. Draw the lower belly and ribs in. Shoulders soften away from the ears. And focus on one point if you're finding you have a bit of a wobble. Breathe deeply. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Tuck the toes under, low lunge. Step back into plank as you inhale. As you exhale, release the knees down, lower the chest all the way to the floor. Cobra on the inhale, push into the tops of the feet. Exhale, release. Tabletop inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying for a breath here to reset. Exhale, release. Walking the feet to the top of the mat. When you get there, inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Rolling up rapidly, keeping the core in. Exhale, shoulder loop, broaden the chest. Inhale, high mountain, reach the hands up. Exhale, fold forwards. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands flat, right foot steps back this time, low lunge. Again, check that the left ankle and knee are in line. The feet are on opposite train tracks so that you've got more stability. And maybe rock forwards and back here, creating some more space in your hips. Release the back knee down and tuck your toes. Inhale, lift up, crescent moon. Stay for the exhale. Again, lower belly and ribs in, lift up. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. One more breath here. Exhale, release the hands down. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee up, low lunge. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. You can use your knees if you need to, otherwise maybe you keep the legs lifted. Cobra pose, inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. You should start to feel a little warmer now. Inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. We hold here for a moment. Flex your toes towards the mat so the hips are square. And then using the strength in the hamstring and your glute, your right bottom, drive that heel a little closer to the ceiling. You may feel a deeper stretch on the left leg. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, draw the knee to your nose and hold. Inhale here. Exhale, hug the knee a little closer to the chest. Inhale, come back to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee into the chest. This time, see if you can step the foot forward. You can't get it all the way there. Help the foot forward. Finding your low lunge. Again, make sure your feet are on opposite train tracks. A little bend to the back knee. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, sink here. So again, make sure your right knee and ankle are in line. There can be a slight bend in the back of your leg. Tuck the tailbone under slightly. Arms reach up to the sky. And keep the shoulders nice and soft away from the ears. So if this doesn't work for you and you find too much tension in the shoulders, bring the hands down to your heart. Find your breath. Inhale, reach the hands up if they aren't there already. Exhale, open up warrior two. Turn the left toes out to the side and bend deeply into the front leg. You want to make sure that your right knee and ankle are in line, because if the knee's falling in or out, it's not so good on the knee. Slight tuck of the tailbone, and then really ground down through the outer edge of your left foot, so this left leg is active. Reach through opposite fingertips, and if the neck feels okay, gaze over your right middle fingertip. Ooh, fingertip. Take a few breaths here. You should feel some heat build in that right leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Flip your right palm up. Lean back and reach the right fingertips all the way to the back of your mat, feeling a nice stretch in the right hand side. Take one more breath here in. Exhale, forearm to thigh. In your extended side angle, reach the left arm forward and really open the chest up. Inhale, reverse warrior, lean back. Exhale, windmill your hands to the mat, low lunge. Find plank pose on the inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Again, using your knees if you need to. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more round of breath. Exhale, release. Left leg rises on the inhale. Stay here. Point the left toes down to the mat to keep the hips square. And then drive the left heel up, using the strength in the hamstring and the glute, creating a deeper stretch in the back of the right leg. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, hug the knee into your chest, rock forwards, hold. Inhale here. Exhale, hug the knee in a little closer. Inhale, three-legged duck, take it back. Exhale, hug the knee into your chest, and this time, seeing if you can step the foot forwards. Maybe you need to hold the leg there, that's fine. Create a nice, steady, stable stance. So make sure the feet are on opposite train tracks. Little bend to the back knee. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Bending deeply into this left leg. Again, checking that the knee and ankle are in line. Ooh. Little bend in the back knee so you can tuck the tailbone under, creating a length in your lower back. And then if this is too much for your shoulders, bring your hands to your heart. Breathe deeply. Slow everything down. Inhale, take the hands up if they aren't there already. Exhale, warrior two. Right toes turn out to the side. Bend deeply into the left knee. Be sure that the left knee and ankle are in line. Slight tucking of the tailbone. And really grounding down through the outer edge of that right foot, to engage your right leg. Gaze over your left fingertips. And come back to your breath. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, flip your palm up to face the ceiling. Lean back for reverse warrior, reaching the fingertips all the way back, finding a nice side body stretch. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, forearm to thigh. Take the right fingertips towards the front of your mat and then open the chest up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reverse warrior, lean back. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat, low lunge. Inhale, find plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Again, using your knees if you need to. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, push up through tabletop. Exhale, find child's pose just for a few moments. Knees as wide as the mat, toes touch. And then reach the hands forward, resting the forehead on the mat. Bring your eyes to close. Begin to slow your breath down. Allowing that belly to expand between your thighs with every inhale. And gently drawing navel to spine with every exhale. Two more deep breaths here. One more. And then gently walk the hands back towards your knees. Bring the knees together and find tabletop. Spreading the fingers nice and wide, tucking the toes under and lifting up into downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. Exhale, release. Gaze towards the top of your mat. Again, walking the feet up to meet your hands. Feet hip-width distance apart. I'm going to face you. You're going to take your peace fingers and thumb and wrap them around your big toes. You can have a nice bend in the knees. Take an inhale here, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, start to fold the torso towards the legs. The elbows go out to the side. Relax the head. The tendency is to want to pull yourself towards your thighs, but this tends to bring tension into the neck and shoulders. So rather bring the torso onto the thighs, and then keeping that connection, start to straighten the legs. You might feel a little bit of a shake. And breathe deeply. Two more. One more. Inhale, halfway lift, keeping the toes, the hands connected to your toes rather. And then exhale, release, fold forwards. Bend the knees and again, slowly rolling up to standing. When you get there, nice shoulder roll to open up the chest. I'm going to face you. We're going to do tree pose. So weight into your right leg. Draw the left knee into your chest. And then take the knee out to the side, placing the foot against the thigh. If this doesn't work for you, you can bring the foot to your calf. Otherwise, the toes to the mat, heel against the ankle. So finding a shape that works for you. Bring your hands to your heart, and then focusing on an unmoving point to help you balance. So really grounding down through your right foot, engaging the leg and really lifting up out of the hips. And pushing the thigh into the foot and the foot back into the thigh, just to help create a little more stability. And find your breath. you want a little more, you can take the hands up to the sky. This might change your balance. So steady yourself. Take the hands wide if you feel the shoulders crunch towards the ears. One more breath in. One more breath out. Draw the knee into your chest, give it a squeeze, and then place the foot back down. Roll out your standing leg, just to release that ankle. Sorry. Weight comes into your left leg this time. And draw the right knee into your chest, take the foot out to the side. And then again, place the foot on the inside of your leg. If that doesn't work for you, the calf or onto the floor. Find your shape. Bring your hands to your heart and focus on one unmoving point. Really root down into your standing foot. Engage the front of this leg. Lift up out of your hips. Breathe deeply. If you fall out, just get back in. If you would like a little more, float the hands up to the sky. 2 more breaths here. 1 more. And then gently release. Bring the knee into your chest, give it a squeeze, and then place that foot down. Again, lifting up the standing leg, rolling that ankle out a few times in one direction and a few times in the other. Come back to the top of your mat. Or rather me, come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the hands up, high mountain. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift hands to shins. Exhale, plant the palms flat, step back into plank pose. Last vinyasa, take an inhale in plank. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly and tuck your toes. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, release. Tabletop, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Release the knees to the mat. Swing the legs out to the side and come to sitting on your bottom. Shift your hips slightly forwards. Extend the legs out in front of you. And then draw the right knee into your chest. Allow the knee to fall out to the side, connecting the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Flex your left toes and then square the shoulders off, lining up with your left leg. Take a nice inhale here, creating length in the spine, and as you exhale, start to walk your hands towards that left foot. Find your edge, wherever that is for you, and then relax the head. If you need to bring a bend into that left knee, that's fine. Close your eyes and come to your breath. Those deep belly breaths. Maybe on your inhales, the spine gets a little longer. Maybe on the exhales, the chest sinks a little closer to your leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, relax. Begin to walk the hands back towards your hips. And then switch sides, extend the right leg long, draw the left knee into your chest, allow the knee to fall out to the side, placing the left foot against the inside arm of your right leg. Flex through your right foot and square the shoulders over that right leg. Take an inhale here to create length in the spine. And as you exhale, start to walk the hands towards your right foot. Finding your edge, relaxing the head, and maybe closing your eyes. Inhale, see the spine lengthen a little more. Exhale, relax the torso a little closer to that right leg. So really using your breath here to shift your edge. 3 more breaths. Two. 1. And gently start to walk the hands back towards your hips. Extend both legs in front of you. Take a nice inhale here, sit up nice and tall. Again, I invite you to bring a bend into your knees. And then leaning the chest forward, start to walk the hands a little closer towards your feet. Wherever you are, wherever that edge is, round the spine, relax the head, keep the feet flexed, and come back to your breath. Inhale to lengthen a little, exhale to lower. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And last one. Exhale, release. Walk the hands slowly towards your hips. And bring the soles of the feet to touch. I'm going to face you. Let the knees fall out to the side. Sit up nice and tall. If your feet need to be far away from you, that's fine. You might find more of a diamond shape. Just find whatever works for you. Take a nice inhale here, grow nice and tall. And then as you exhale, start to walk the hands forward. Again, finding that edge. Wherever it is, relax the head and come back to your breath. It should feel really nice in the hips and lower back. And don't force the stretch, rather allow the opening to come from your deep breaths. We don't want to bring tension to other areas of the body. Two more deep breaths. One more. And then walk the hands back towards your shins. Interlace the fingers and wrap them around the outer edges of your feet. Hold here. I'm just going to turn to face the front of my mat again. I love this transition. It's a little bit fun. You're going to round into the spine, starting to lean back, and you're going to keep leaning back until you go all the way onto your back and find happy baby. So if you can, grab the outer edges of your feet, otherwise the ankles or calves or your shins. So the knees are on the outside of your torso. Wherever you are, you're working that tailbone towards the mat. Tuck the chin into the chest to lengthen the back of the neck. And you can rock from side to side here a little bit. This is a happy baby after all. And maybe you play with trying to straighten one leg and then the other. Just bringing any movement into the body that feels good. Deep belly breaths. Two more deep breaths here. One more. And gently release the heels to your bottom. Hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Maybe rock from side to side. And then placing the feet down on the mat, to the edges of your mat. Bring the knees into touch. So creating a tent shape with your legs. And then you can rest the hands wherever is comfortable. I like to place my right hand on my belly and my left hand on my heart. You can bring your eyes to close. You're welcome to stay here, especially if your lower back's been bugging you. Otherwise, bring the soles of your feet to touch, let the knees fall open. Close the eyes. And come back to your breath. Allow gravity to do the work in this pose. With every exhale, the knees sinking a little closer towards the mat. Underneath your right hand as you breathe. Maybe you feel the beat of your heart underneath your left hand. A few more deep rounds of breath here. One more round. And then gently close the knees using your hands. I'm just going to shift a little higher on my mat. Again, if your lower back isn't feeling good, you can stay with the legs, knees falling in. Otherwise, extend one leg long and then the other, taking up space. Toes fall out to the side, palms face up at your sides. Working those shoulder blades a little closer to broaden the chest. Slight tuck of the chin to lengthen the back of the neck. And then bring the eyes to close. Finding ourselves in corpse pose. Final relaxation. And getting all your fidgeting out of the way, grabbing something warm if you need to, and then finding stillness. Resisting any urge that you have to move or fidget, only for a couple of moments. Your body becoming completely heavy. And in the stillness, the mind has the opportunity to integrate the movement practice your body just did. Allow the breath to return back to its natural flow, your unique rhythm. And as you lie here, when the mind might wander off, and just keep drawing it back to observing the breath. Not changing the breath, just noticing its movement into the body and out of the body. The breath almost becoming an anchor for the mind to become quiet. Take a moment to scan over the body and notice how it's feeling, how your energy levels are, how the mind is. And then taking a deep inhale to fill up. Exhale, side out your mouth. 2 more times like that. Big inhale. Slow exhale. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Seal your lips. Begin to invite some movement into your fingers and toes, into the ankles and wrists. A gentle roll of the head from side to side. And then bending one leg, facing the foot down, and then the other. Gently drawing the knees into the chest. And giving yourself one more squeeze. And then reaching your left hand or right hand above your head. Rolling onto your side into fetal position. Closing the eyes. A couple rounds of breath here. And gently pushing your way up to a seat, either kneeling or cross-legged. Hands resting down on your knees, really grounding the sitting bones down, reaching up through the crown of the head to create length in the torso, and let the eyes close. I always invite my students to set an intention at the end of their practice. If you would like to, I invite you to do so as well. Bringing your hands to your heart, thumbs pushed into your sternum. Take an inhale here into your chest. As you exhale, release the head to your hands, sealing your practice in. Thank you for letting me guide you through it. Namaste.